So, as I'm sure you can tell, I've been having an extremely fun time here recently. This connector broke, power, and you might think that's my only issue, but no, I had an oil line, so, oh, fuck me. I have this gauge pillar that runs up the side. Got oil everywhere, but the fitting where this fits in right there came undone or something. I don't know. I'm gonna try to replace it today. So I bought this new package of tubing, which I have like 1,000 of, and I'll kind of explain how it works here in a second. And I had to buy all this because I just need the fitting. This plastic nylon shitty cable we're not gonna use. What I needed from the ordeal was these things right here. This little small collet, right? And it fits over pipe, and this one I've got it over that shitty plastic tubing we were talking about. This nut right here comes over and crushes it into the back of the gauge, wherever the fuck I set that gauge. Oh, it's behind the camera. It goes in like that, screws in and crushes it. And on the other side of that nut, once you've put the wire through, the copper bit, the copper sticking out like that going into the gauge, you tighten it, and that crush washer thingy crushes up in there. You've got a gap there where if it got past the crush collet, I'm gonna call it, it would come up through this hole there. So I've been trying to think of a more secure way to cover this hole. My first idea was just some RTV gasket maker, but it's not enough to hold this. So I went to thinking of some kind of welding option, and I know welding copper isn't really a thing with like traditional stick welding or MIG, whatever. So I decided to try to solder it after getting some advice online. So this, I used just a roll of this very old solder. It worked. Wire you're supposed to have, this is lead free, and it contains tin and copper is what this one is. So I found by heating up the copper significant amount to where it kind of does change colors, and then applying a lot of flux and then holding the soldering iron on, I could get a decent run of solder around the wire there, and it's actually really solid just from this little bit of leverage I have here. I don't know how to do it the whole thing on. So my fears are you've got to heat that nut up quite a bit, so I'm afraid it might melt into this plastic gauge housing, but I'm not super concerned because I'm not thrilled with this gauge anymore. I'm going to kind of prep the area, run the copper line through the gauge pod, that way I can slide the gauge in and then mount the pod up once we're done soldering it. And I'll also throw on another connector to that positive power going to the lights, just off camera because I'm just going to be putting on a connector. Okay, so it is time to bolt this thing up again. So what I did for prep work is I put Teflon tape over the fitting. I've also cleaned the fitting with electronics parts cleaner. I've got a new nut and a new crush washer, never been used, crush collet, whatever I said I was gonna call it. For here, I've just made up a little workspace with the most flammable things I could find. It's the best way to do it, obviously. And I've also ran the screw part for the gauge behind the pod there, that way. Be screwed in first. The nut and slide it. Second, we're gonna take this collet and I'm gonna run it up. Actually, the end of this pipe's a little too rough. There we go. Slide the collet up also. And from there, I'm gonna stick this inside the gauge. Now in theory, this should crush that collet into the hole. I'm trying to get it lined up as good as possible to go in. That way nobody can say I got it cross-aligned or whatever. I'm gonna turn the gauge. I think it's cross-threaded or hell wouldn't have it. Oh, god damn it. This is the part where I get fucking pissed. This is the part where I get fucking pissed. When shit starts doing this shit. Of course, it's gonna have crushed that little sons of bitchin' thing just where I can't get it the fuck off. Son of a fucking bitch, you gotta be goddamn kidding me. Oh, motherfucker, now you don't start this shit. Whatever you do, don't drop these little cock-sucking things. Now just grab straight. This goddamn thing's gonna get broken. Get the fuck off. Alright. Get the fuck on. You cock whore. Motherfucker. Get the fuck off! Why the fuck does this happen to me today? Of all the goddamn days to fucking happen, today just the day to fuck me, isn't it? Okay, I feel a bite. The last one acted like it wanted to strip. This is not going to happen. So unfortunately, my gauge seems like the threads were kind of weak, which isn't a huge problem because I know how to fix these. So real quickly, we're gonna go repair it and then we'll get back to it. Okay, so I'm gonna be showing the easiest way of repair. I like to put it near some wood. It don't have to be wood, it's just whatever you prefer. You turn this little valve here. There we go. Where's the thingy, my bobby? There it is. Ah, there we go. And then you just want to take the flame and just lightly apply it to the gauge till you see some nice results. Yeah, that's some nice bubbling. That's some thick plastic. Just hold it there. Yeah. Oh, there we are. Oh, there we are. Oh, it went below the zero. I guess we got bad pressure today. And the goal really is just to send it straight back to hell to where it belongs.